What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. So with hitting 200,000 subscribers, we have a bunch of new viewers, and from the comment section, I'm realizing that a lot of you don't know that we actually own and operate a holster company here in Las Vegas. So I thought a cool thing to do would be to start taking one order out of the orders that we get every week and make it here for you guys as a YouTube video. So kind of see the process, go over the things at the end that we look for, and everything that we do before we ship out a product to a customer. So I'm gonna go through this batch here, try to find a cool color combo with a fabric overlay, and then it's kind of, I'm gonna throw up this Insta360 Go. I'll mount it up here on my hat, and you guys will kind of just see my POV as I go through the shop and make the holster from start to finish. So let's grab an order, and I'll kind of go over that real quick, and then we'll dive into it. All right, so we have Charles's order here. I don't want to show his name and address, so I folded it back here, but Charles is getting a Springfield Armory secondary, so that's on the waistband holster for his TRP operator, 5-inch full rail, 1911, and a Surefire X300. He has chosen the Relv Moab Cordura, so we got this fabric overlay that's adhered to the Jade Blue Kydex. Very interesting color combo. I don't think I've seen this yet, but yeah, I'm going to set up my POV camera stuff now. We'll go into the shop, and we'll get this thing made. And here we have it, guys. This is Charles' secondary on the waistband holster for his Springfield TRP operator with the Surefire X300. Want to go over a couple things with you guys, share some stuff with you other holster makers out there, as well as our customer base. So you guys saw when we were doing the finishing process, or the assembly process, there was a little bit of separation here in the sight channel with, you know, drastic folds like right there. Cordura canvas, it's not as flexible as other fabric materials, so we'll go back in, use some super glue, pin it down, let it dry, and then refinish the surface to give it the clean aesthetic it needs, to ensure that all of the fabric is adhered properly. So if you ever see any, you know, fabric peeling or anything like that, you can use a dab of super glue. It works really well with the canvas. The canvas is thick and durable, so using super glue is not going to pour through, and it does a really good job, as you can see here. Additionally, you saw us take a lighter to the edge. We singe all of the edge, all of the lines of the fabric. That way it adheres even better to the Kydex and gives it a very clean aesthetic. Using the polishing wheels, I always want to get a nice smooth finish, especially on the inside the waistband stuff, because that's going to be touching your skin. You don't want anything that's sharp or rough, but I want the same clean aesthetic on the OWB stuff, so we do the same finishing process on both inside and outside the waistband to give it that really clean look. Now when it comes to fitment, you guys saw when we folded the holster, we used a blue gun and light, but when we do the actual assembly and fitment, we use the actual gun and the actual weapon light to ensure that fitment is on point. Like when you guys get these, I'm really big on quality control, so when you guys get these holsters, I want you to be able to take them out of the bag and just be able to use them. So I'm going to show you guys the fitment here. I'm going to hand this off to Kevin. So his orders for a Springfield TRP operator, 5-inch 1911 with an X300, so we have that exact gun here. And fitment, here we go, goes in, boom. Nice positive click, you guys can hear it. Comes out when you want it to, locks in, isn't going anywhere until you want it to. Now we fit these to what we would like them to be on the range. With this adjustable retention, you can adjust it to if you want it looser or tighter. And like I said, this is going to give you the most adjustment, and then these will be like for fine tuning. Charles chose to go with the Safariland QLS adapter. This is the QLS fork. You guys can see here. So he most likely has a receiver, and then this slides in onto his belt and locks into place. And then when he wants to switch it out to a different gun or a different holster, he can click here, squeeze these two forks together, and slide it up out of the holster. That's what we typically use on the range because we shoot a bunch of different gun reviews, and instead of having to switch entire belt setups, we can just switch out the holster via the quick locking system QLS from Safariland. So our holsters are compatible with that. We also make them compatible. You saw the hole pattern. It's going to be compatible with like G-Code RTI. Customers have said it's compatible with the Blade Tech system as well. We haven't tried that one though. But then we also offer angled belt loops which hold the gun nice and tight to the body if you're somebody that does OWB with like a jacket or a flannel or something like that. So, but yeah guys, I figured we could start making these videos because with all the new subscribers, we are noticing that getting a bunch of comments and questions about like, hey, where'd you get that holster? Where'd you get that holster? We're realizing a lot of you don't realize that we own a holster company here in Vegas, and we've been in business for 12 years. So if you're looking for a holster on anything that we film, the holster comes from us. You can hit up our website, QVOtactical.com. If you have any questions, you can always leave them down below or reach out to our customer service email at info@QVOtactical.com. But let me know what you guys think about these videos. For our audience members that have been here for a while and you know about QVO, do you like seeing this POV behind the scenes, like making customers orders? I think it'd be cool if you notate in the comments of your order, like, hey, I want to see mine on the YouTube channel, and if it matches up with the schedule, we'll try to get it here on the channel. Additionally, if you order a really cool color combo, we definitely want to feature those. We are really known for all of the different fabric overlay options and crazy color combos that we can do. I think we have like 50 or 60 fabric overlays, so if you're into that and you like having a really cool aesthetic with a very functioning holster, that's kind of what we're about. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to see the comments and your guys' thoughts on the POV style manufacturing videos. If you like them, let me know. If you don't, let me know. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, guys.